In this video, I would like to discuss about the difference between the points in different assets. The reason I'm doing only one video for this, it's going to be a short video hopefully, is because I discussed about this before, but I didn't show like a visual comparison, and I will discuss about this in the last video. So here we have the S&P 500 index, and here on the right we have the price. So you see, for example, right now it's 4,456.50, something like that. So those are points called in the indexes. If it goes to 57, that's going to be 1 point difference. 58, it's another point, and so on. I would like to show you the difference between two assets. So let's do this first. Here I have two assets, one next to each other. So let's compare the S&P with Dow Jones. And S&P and Dow Jones are two correlated markets, meaning that they move in the same time, only that there is a difference between them. You probably noticed that on the charts you can zoom in and zoom out, so you don't really see how long it's a move, how long it's a candle. You can literally make them seem like they're the same. So now let's see what a point means here and what a point means here. So first let's make this. I have here a price range. This is a price range tool that it's used here. And let's go from 4390 to 4389. So this is a point difference. You see it's pretty tiny. It's very small. And this is how it looks on a candlestick. So when I'm telling you to put the stop loss 1 to 3 points on the S&P under the candle, is because you want to leave a small gap. You don't want the stop loss to be right at that low level. And this is for S&P. I prefer to put like 3 points. I want to see like a bigger gap in here. This is 1. Let's make this 3. And we will have 3 points difference. You see it's a little bigger. So this is how you should put your stop loss on the S&P. But if you do the same thing on this market, so let's add this range. Let me go here. 55854. Okay. This is 1 point. You see that on the Dow Jones you can barely see it. So a point it's way smaller than it is on S&P. That's why on the Dow Jones you want to use 5 or 10 points below the candlestick. So let's make these 3 points. This is 3 points. You see here -3 on the Dow Jones. Exactly like we did here. So let's make those candlesticks the same length. You see they are kind of the same. You see that 3 points, you don't even see it on Dow Jones, but you see it here. So let's add 10 points. Even -10. But -10 on Dow Jones should be okay if you use -10 points. That's fine. It's like 1 point on the S&P. 5. You see? This is the same difference. So the value of 1 point on S&P is the value of 10 points on the Dow Jones. So that's why if you trade those two markets, you need to be careful on the broker how many dollars per point you are going to use with this market and how many dollars per point with this market, because it's not going to be the same. You can imagine it's a 10x difference between them. And you can check this with other markets. So now instead of Dow Jones, let's see something else. So let's check the Nasdaq. $98,148.97. This is -1. Again, you can see that you can barely see it. Let's make those candlesticks the same. Yeah, so you can barely see it. This is the 5. So you see, we did the 3 point. So 3 points here. It's like 1 point here. And I'm not saying that this visual comparison is the way to do it. And they probably do that to show the value of the market, because obviously S&P 500 is the biggest index. It has the biggest market cap. So they have around $38 trillion on S&P 500. If I remember well, Nasdaq, it's about 15, and Dow Jones, it's about $10 trillion. So it's a big difference between S&P and the other markets. It's also 500. You know, it's bigger than 100 and bigger than 30. Those numbers are the number of companies that are inside those indexes. So S&P represents 500 companies in the USA. Nasdaq has 100 technology companies. You know, technology like Apple or Tesla, everything in Silicon Valley. Dow Jones, it's an industrial average, so are 30. Dow Jones 30, there are 30 companies from USA, probably industrial companies. And you can Google that and see all the list. You can find that everywhere. The list of the companies that are inside those indices. It's not relevant, it's just for curiosity and to know some extra stuff. And you'll see that other assets have different measures depending on how you can buy them and what do they represent. If you go, for example, on Forex, you will see that in here we have Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar. So this means that 1 Australian dollar equals 1.03 New Zealand dollars. So they're almost the same. But you see they have many numbers here. So it's 1.03268. So let's just take the 26 and this number 6, 7, 8. So those are pips. Forex, it's measured in pips. So you will hear that everywhere. You'll hear that I have a 10 pip stop loss, or it's like the points in other markets. And then if you go to a stock, for example, here we have Tesla, and the number here, it's exactly the value of one Tesla share. So it's $750 is the value of a Tesla share right now. So this is just to remember to check what's the value of 1 point in the market that you're trading in comparison with other markets. So you have an idea about how many points are you going to add between your stop loss and the bottom of the candlestick that you're using. I hope you enjoyed this and see you in the next video.